You boys look like a weird heavy metal band.
Yes, we are a band.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you play?
Symphonic, post-apocalyptic, reindeer-grinding, Christ-abusing, extreme war, pagan, Fennoscandic metal.
Right. Really interesting.
What's up, everyone? DJ Dubas here with you on the Metal Time Radio podcast with another trailer reaction. Today, we are doing Masters of the Universe 2026, directed by Travis Knight, starring Nicholas Galitzine, Camila Mendes, Jared Leto, Alison Brie, Idris Elba, Marina Baccarin, and let's see any other familiar names here. Kristen Wiig, and that's pretty much that I can recognize off the bat right here. But just some tidbits, like, you know, they did a Masters of the Universe back in the late 80s, early 90s. It started Dolph Lundgren. Some people really enjoy that film. Like, it's like a cult favorite. A lot of people. For me, I never liked it. I never got into it. I've seen it a couple times. I still don't really like it. I was never like a huge fan of the cartoon, even though I did see the cartoon a few episodes over the years when I'm back then. But the movie itself, that back then, just didn't do much for me. Like, I really wasn't feeling it. It's not that I don't enjoy campy stuff. I mean, there's plenty of campy movies that I like. But this one, like, really, if I had to choose between this or Mortal Kombat 95, I would choose Mortal Kombat 95. This one just never did anything for me. Or not this one here, but the one from way back with Dolph Lundgren. And I like Dolph Lundgren, of course, but I understood what they were doing at the time. You know, Dolph was like an action hero, big name. So it made sense to kind of try to capitalize on his fame at the time to do that. But that film just never did anything for me. I just never really got into it. But obviously, they're taking another stab at it. I don't know much about the main actor playing He-Man, but Masters of the Universe is an upcoming American sword and sorcery film based on Mattel's franchise of the same name. It's a reboot and standalone prequel to the 1987 film. So this actually is tied in to 87 as a prequel, interestingly enough. So, which can be kind of bad or good, because that might mean that I have to rewatch the other one just so I know like where the ending point is and where the old one starts in terms of plot design. But you know, here we are in the new age of technology, cinematography, CGI, and so on. So I would assume on the surface that this film will be much better in terms of quality. I'm trying to see now if they give me. So the budget for this is 170 to 200 million. So that's a lot of money to be betting on for this film to be good, you know what I mean? So does it tell me a rating? It doesn't say. I'm assuming this is gonna be PG-13 or PG at least, because, you know, with it being based off a cartoon, I wouldn't expect to be R-rated, but you never know. Premise is 10-year-old Adam Glenn, Nicholas Galitzine, crash lands on his mother's home planet Earth, separating him from his ancestors' power sword of Grayskull. 2 decades later, he takes his sword back and takes on the mantle of He-Man as he battles for his home planet Eternia against the evil forces of Skeletor, played by Jared Leto. So let's go ahead and let's see. So do they actually have? Okay, so this is interesting. So Idris Elba is playing Duncan, aka Man at Arms. And Camila Mendes is Tila, is Man at Arms' adopted daughter, and He-Man's sergeant. So let me see what else is going on here. Kristen Wiig is Roboto. I don't know if I remember the character. Vaguely, maybe. Alison Brie is Professor Evelyn Powers or Evil Lynn. And Marina Baccarin is the Sorceress of Castle Grayskull. Give me a moment. I'm just trying to... So James Parafoy is playing King Randor. And like I said, some of these I don't know. Like, this guy looks familiar, but... Alfnor Julius Bornson is Goatman. And John Zhu Zhang is Ram Man. I remember the character of Ram Man. Vaguely, from back then. But anyway, let's check out the full trailer. They did a teaser trailer yesterday. I didn't bother with that because Olvin told me that they were doing a full trailer today. So going to get the full trailer view. I'd rather have a full trailer than a teaser, especially when they're this close. So let's check out Monsters of the Universe.
All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime stories. Talking tigers, spaceships, and magic swords that can make a man as mighty as a god. Where I come from, that stuff is real.
Surprised they didn't put the green tiger in
I
there.
wanted you to be safe. So I sent you to a place I knew that they'd never find you. There's...
This obsession with nerd stuff and sword things, it's not a good look for human resources.
I know it sounds crazy, but that sword is gonna show me the way home.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry, the sword's mine.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.
He is so hot, dude.
What am I supposed to do? Take the sword. You protect them.
Ah, pink bear. Ooh, like that. I have the power! Okay. Yeah, so already 10 times better than what we saw from the other one. Granted, budgets make all the difference, of course. Plus technology, like just, you saw the tiger, the CGI. It's going to make such a huge difference on how the movie's going to flow together. And we've talked about this with, the Godzilla and Monsterverse and stuff, how fluid the creatures look now that the way that CGI allows you to work with these things. It may not change how the movie comes out. It could still be very bad. But But from the surface, like I like the fighting styles. I like the graphics. Of course, you look at Skeletor's yeah, it's called that, right? Yeah, his weapon. So like you can see the purple and all that. So like I like that a lot with his weapon there. Yeah, this looks a lot better than what we saw with Dolphs, unfortunately. But time does that. Just movie making gets better, and again, budgets make a world difference. Now, whether or not they're gonna be able to make this back, they would have to really do like 400 to 500 million worldwide to get that money back for this. Which could happen. I mean, depending on how many theaters it go to and like how far across the globe it's released. But since this is like based off a big cartoon, well-known cartoon, established franchise, I would expect it to get a lot of attention. And if they keep it PG, whatever, then you can take kids, and kids will be into this and really enjoy it. So June 5th, it's saying it's supposed to come out. So we'll see how it goes. The more, if I hear about more, like whether or not the reviews are good, the critics or whatever, I might go out there and see this actually, because it does look, at least from the cinematographical standpoint, very, very good. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I hear you. You're hungry. I get it. You're not the tiger in the trailer. You think you are, but you're not. Right? Yeah. Anyway, give me your thoughts on the trailer. Hit me up in the comments. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the Metal Time Radio podcast.